It was a quiet day in August 2023 in the unassuming town of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Police had just received a tip about the whereabouts of a wanted man, Anthony, a 36-year-old with a criminal record and a trail of warrants. Authorities had received an anonymous tip about his whereabouts, pointing to a nearby motel where he was allegedly staying. Anthony wasn't just a name on a warrant. He was a figure well known to local law enforcement, notorious for his repeated brushes with the law and his often unpredictable behavior. This wasn't Anthony's first run-in with the police, and his reputation preceded him. Officers knew that any encounter with him could escalate quickly. As they approached the motel, a cloud of tension hung over the operation. Anthony had always been a man who seemed ready to fight rather than surrender quietly.
Anthony, don't.
I'm not Anthony,
stop,
man.
Stop.
I'm not trying to do nothing, man. What the f*** y'all going to me?
Anthony, stop.
They just grabbed me, man, for no reason, man. Stop, man. They had me in the back of the forest reserve earlier, man. They was trying to kill me. They was trying to kill me, man. Y'all violated my rights. Y'all been fighting towards me and everything, man.
The chase begins. As officers arrive at the scene, they spotted Anthony outside the motel.
This one?
Yep, this one.
What room number is that?
What number is it?
This is it.
Lexi, are you positive? Can you hold here? I'm gonna talk to the guy working. Yep. Or I'll see Lexi. You just want to talk to him and see. Are you staying in that number?
Are you looking for that big black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him.
He went that way?
Yeah, you say from that.
What number room is that?
I don't know. It doesn't have a room number.
6. Just walk through that door.
Right now?
Yeah.
Hey. Somebody said that he just walked through the back door here.
His reaction was immediate. Like a cornered animal, he bolted, retreating into the building. Witnesses pointed the officers in the right direction, describing how Anthony had slipped through a door leading into the interior of a motel. Determined to apprehend him, the officers moved quickly, splitting up to cover more ground. One officer headed to the back entrance, while others began searching the first floor. Suddenly, one officer caught sight of Anthony. The 36-year-old man had made his way to the first floor hallway, desperately looking for an escape route. The officer called out, "Turn around." But Anthony wasn't about to make things easy. He took off again, this time heading toward a nearby convenience store, the MacArthur Quick Trip. The arrest. The officers were now in full pursuit, and the tension reached its peak as Anthony ran out of options. "Get on the ground," shouted one of the pursuing officers. Visibly panicked and defiant, refused to comply. His refusal only escalated the situation. When officers finally caught up with him, Anthony continued to resist. Despite their commands to turn onto his stomach, he squirmed and argued, repeatedly claiming he wasn't resisting.
Heading towards MacArthur Quick Trip.
Okay, man.
Turn around. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Okay, man. On the ground. Okay.
On the ground!
I'm on the ground. I'm not resisting.
Stop.
Look at tased.
I'm not, man.
Turn on your stomach. Get on your stomach.
Okay, man.
Get on your stomach.
Okay.
If you don't, you're gonna get tased right
I'm not
now.
doing nothing.
Turn on your stomach.
Okay, man. Where y'all doing this, man?
"Why y'all doing this?" he asked, his voice tinged with desperation. "You got a warrant," the officers replied, their tone unwavering. Anthony's attempts to argue and protest only made matters worse. "For what?" he demanded, struggling to understand, or perhaps feigning ignorance of, the charges against him.
Can you stop?
174 headquarters, one in custody.
My stomach is burning, man. Please, please.
Hey.
I'm not resisting, please, man.
Are you okay? Do you need an ambulance or anything?
Yes, man. Can I turn over?
Stay seated, all right?
The officers, maintaining their composure, repeated their reasoning. "You got a warrant," they said, their voices steady but firm. As the officers moved to restrain him, Anthony cried out in pain, claiming his stomach was burning and that he couldn't breathe. His protests, however, didn't stop the officers from completing the arrest. They cuffed him and moved him to a nearby shaded area to assess his condition and ensure he wasn't in medical distress.
Well, we got EMS coming, all right?
Oh,
I'll check you out.
yo, can I get off the ground?
You want to get off the ground?
Yes.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
The unfolding drama, even after being subdued, Anthony remained vocal. "Y'all doing all this for a warrant?" he exclaimed, incredulous. The officers explained that his warrant stemmed from a history of offenses, including bail jumping and resisting arrest. But Anthony wasn't convinced, or at least he pretended not to be. The officers tried to calm him down, offering to loosen his handcuffs and make him more comfortable. Still, Anthony continued to complain. "Man, my side hurts," he said. "Can you get me off the ground? Put me in the car or something." The officers, accustomed to dealing with similar situations, responded calmly. "We've got EMS coming to check you out," one of them said. Anthony's tone shifted as he tried to explain his side of the story. "I wasn't doing anything wrong," he said. "I was just meeting someone. Somebody called and lied on me." His narrative was unconvincing, given the circumstances. The alleged setup. As the officers conducted his search, Anthony continued his monologue, claiming that he had been set up. "Some girl hit me up on Facebook," he said, his voice filled with indignation. "She said she wanted to hang out, and I told her I was short $20 for a room. Next thing I know, y'all are chasing me down." The officers listened but showed no signs of buying into his story. To them, it was clear that Anthony was grasping at straws, trying to deflect attention from the fact that he had run from the police despite knowing he had outstanding warrants. The evidence. During the search, the officers discovered items in Anthony's possession that added to the intrigue. "Whose stuff is this?" one officer asked, holding up a bag containing various items. "That's my stuff, man," Anthony replied. "But I don't know who left that in there." His response only deepened the officers' suspicions. Among the items was a check with Anthony's name on it, further linking him to the scene. Anthony's protests grew louder. "Man, y'all don't like me out here," he said. "Somebody called y'all on me for no reason. This ain't right." The charges. Despite his protests, the law was not on Anthony's side. He was charged with misdemeanor counts of resisting an officer and 3 counts of bail jumping. All the charges were repeat offenses, highlighting a pattern of behavior that had landed him in trouble before. The following day, Anthony was released on a $500 signature bond, but his legal troubles were far from over. 7 months later, he was found guilty of resisting an officer. While the 3 counts of bail jumping were dismissed, they were read in, meaning they were considered during sentencing. The judge, taking into account this case and 2 others, handed down a sentence of 1 year in jail. For Anthony, the moment he realized he was completely screwed had come and gone. Behind the scenes. This incident was just one of many captured by Code Blue Cam, a channel dedicated to providing raw, unfiltered footage of law enforcement in action. The channel offers viewers a unique glimpse into the challenges officers face daily, as well as the unpredictable nature of the individuals they encounter. For those looking for more in-depth content, Code Blue Cam offers exclusive material on Patreon, including behind-the-scenes access, giveaways, and much more. Reflections on the case. Anthony's story is a cautionary tale. His repeated run-ins with the law and his inability to stay out of trouble highlight the consequences of poor decision-making. Despite his claims of innocence and being set up, the evidence against him was clear. His resistance during the arrest only added to his legal troubles, reinforcing the importance of cooperation with law enforcement. For the officers involved, the incident was a testament to their professionalism and restraint. Despite Anthony's resistance and vocal complaints, they handled the situation with composure, ensuring his safety while enforcing the law. A broader perspective. This case also raises broader questions about the role of anonymous tips in law enforcement. While such tips can be invaluable in locating wanted individuals, they also open the door to potential misuse. In Anthony's case, a tip proved accurate, but not all tips lead to such clear outcomes. It also highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement when dealing with individuals like Anthony, whose actions can quickly escalate even routine encounters into high-stress situations. Anthony's arrest in Eau Claire was more than just another police operation. It was a moment that captured the complexities of law enforcement, the consequences of a life of crime, and the dramatic tension that unfolds when these elements collide. For Anthony, the moment he realized he was completely screwed was too late to change his fate. For the officers, it was another day on the job, a job that often requires them to walk a fine line between enforcing the law and ensuring the safety of everyone involved. If you found this story gripping, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. What would you have done in Anthony's shoes? Or better yet, What do you think he could have done differently to avoid his fate? For more real-life law enforcement encounters, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a story.